And welcome back. Each summer, thousands of New York City children discover the joys of nature, confidence building, and new possibilities, thanks in part to a not-for-profit that's changing lives since 1877. At its 2025 spring benefit, the legacy of impact was celebrated, especially highlighting the power of partnership and creating brighter futures for Bronx youth. And joining me now to share more is the CEO of the Fresh Air Fund, Lisa Gitelson, and also the program director of the Reverend Dr. Wendell Foster Recreation Center at Scan Harbor. We've got Lisa Jackson, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
An opportunity to talk about a great organization that's doing some really good work here, the Fresh Air Fund, and for yourselves. This year, very special.
It is very special, and we were grateful that we're always grateful for partnerships with any of our community partners, but especially for that with SCAN.
Yeah. And so talk about the partnership a little bit.
So the partnership with Fresh Air Fund actually started probably well over 15 years ago, but I was introduced to it about 15 years ago when I first became a program director at Scan Harbor. And it started with Anthony, one of the Fresh Air Fund outreach workers, who came in and did a presentation on the Fresh Air Fund and what they had to offer for our inner city youth. And I fell in love with the idea of the Fresh Air Fund and the concept of the Fresh Air Fund. And ever since then, it's been history. We've been a working partnership for years now, and it's been just growing.
Yeah. And so I want to talk a little bit about this here because the partnership definitely came about. And as we talk about the Bronx specifically, it's a priority in some ways, right? So as you talk about that priority, talk about what that priority is and what it means to you.
So we have 6 summer sleepaway camps. One of them is specifically dedicated to kids from the Bronx, and that's Camp Junior. Camp Junior came about because of the tragic death of a young teen, Junior, who was killed in the midst of gang violence in the Bronx. His mother advocated for a camp and a space for kids of the Bronx. She worked hard with local, city, and state legislatures, and now we have this camp that specifically serves youth from the Bronx. And partnerships with a place like Scan Harbor help us find the trust in the community so that the kids of the community will come to our camps. And so we're deeply grateful for that.
So working with Fresh Air Fund programs, obviously it's been a rich experience for you.
Yes.
What stands out in your mind about some of the experiences that really connect kids and also the program?
It's just giving them the opportunity to leave the city, unplug from the city life, and go experience new adventures up at the Fresh Air Fund camps. Most of the time the kids come back from experience very happy, refreshed. Parents are happy and refreshed that their kids are out of the city and just experiencing new things, new journeys.
I would love to hear from you both. What does exposure actually mean? You know, we hear about, inner city youth having the opportunity to be exposed to camp, something that's not always, at their doorstep. But to see it, to experience it, and then to, the takeaway. Talk about that takeaway of exposure.
So for some of the kids, like going hiking, something simple as going hiking, going canoeing, you don't get to experience that in the Bronx ever so often. So for them, having that experience to go hiking, canoeing, learning archery, some of the other things that they have at the camp, that's a new experience for them. They could come back and talk to their friends, tell another friend, and hopefully their friends will tell their friends, and their parents will, have them sign up to the camp and go for the next year.
I think all of the things that Lisa said and the idea of community. The Bronx community is this amazing, strong, rich, wonderful place to live, and to have community also in the outdoors together, and you meet new friends, you meet new people that are all from the Bronx at Camp Junior, and you come back and you know more of the Bronx, you know more neighborhoods. If you live in one place, you're going to get on the train and visit your friends in other parts of the Bronx. And we believe deeply in the power of new experiences, in the power of new experiences outdoors, and in the power of making friends and community.
And there's also this leadership experience, too, that's a part of that. How does leadership really intersect with the work that you're doing?
So we have a program for counselors in training and leaders in training, and those are for the kids 15 and up. And our goal is that the youth that we serve, the youth Lisa serves, they become our next leaders. And so we have a very intentional program during the summer where if you're in one of those programs, you're going to spend the whole summer with us, and you're going to leave with skills. And again, we hope they become our leaders, but they're the leaders of the Bronx and New York City and the world, and that's what we want.
Yeah. And as you have this experience, obviously there's more in the future. What would you like to see in terms of future programs and things of that nature to really round this out?
Just to have, first of all, have parents get the buy-in, right, of sending their kids away for a week. A lot of parents, especially in the city, are afraid to send their kids away because they don't know what to expect. But I think the Fresh Air Fund do a great job of orientation with parents and having them feel comfortable enough. And I would just have parents like, don't be afraid to send your kids away to camp to just gain that experience, and they'll love it, and it's a lifetime experience for them.
Yeah. And so, Lisa, you got some other programs as well, and you know, you got free eye exams and glasses, I understand.
Yeah, so one of the things we're really proud of is that we have a partnership with an organization called One Sight. They bring a vision van to camp and they test every single kid's eyes as well as every staff's eyes. And this year, for the first time, we were able, in an amazing way, to partner with SCAN. We brought the vision van to the community where SCAN is, and we were able to have both community members and the kids that come to our programs have their eyes checked.
Yep.
Pretty good, huh? I want to talk to you about something special. I understand you got an award.
Yes.
And it's called the Community Partner Excellence Award.
Yes.
And for yourself, receiving that award, what does that mean for you?
Well, first of all, when I was told about the award, I'm like, what am I getting awarded for? You know, because I've worked with Anthony, I've worked with Cesar, we've done a lot of great things together, and so they were like, oh, well, just, you know, the great work that you do. And I'm like, I'm one of those people, my head is down, I do my work, you know, I don't look for any praises. So getting that award was amazing. I felt like a celebrity the whole day, the whole night, the whole evening. Just to have an organization like the Fresh Air Fund recognize the work that I've been doing in the community for so long, and having them bring that out to light for everybody to see, and just having me be in the spotlight, it was an amazing experience. And I'm grateful for the Fresh Air Fund to have given me that honor. I'm the first recipient of that award, so it's like kind of leaving a legacy behind that I hope that other community organizations can see the work that we're doing together and just, you know, add on to that.
What would you say to community organizations that are watching right now about the power of partnership? Because you guys have definitely put together a powerful partnership that's transcending into the lives of a lot of young people. What would you say about that?
I would say two things. I would say Lisa is a celebrity in that our celebrities should be the people that impact the world, right? And she impacts the world by making sure that youth are served. So like, I just do want to say that about Lisa. The power of partnership is that Lisa's organization, my organization, we serve families.
Yes.
We should partner always. We're all interested in doing the best for the city of Newark, for the families of New York, for the families of the Bronx. And there's no competition. We do this together. We do it better together. And so partnership makes sure that the service you hope to do happens.
Yeah.
And for me, it's just building dynamic partnerships with other organizations. Fresh Air Funds is just one of the organizations that we work with, but SCAN work with a lot of organizations that every year we just keep building and building and building. So whether we're doing community activities or we're holding workshops for community members, it's amazing when you have a partnership such as the Fresh Air Fund that you can continue to build and grow, and the community sees that, and the other organizations that you work with see that, and everybody wants to be a part of that journey. So for us, it's just been a dynamic experience. For myself, working at SCAN Harbor for all these years. I've been with SCAN since I was fresh out of college. So I was like about 20 years old, and I'm here almost 20 years later.
Yeah.
Right. So it's been great.
As I think about, you know, it's not hard to look back and say COVID was just a few years ago, right? And a lot of people have chosen to stay indoors, and we see this migration of indoors. People don't want to come out, people don't want to do this. But on your end, what are you seeing by way of enrollment, wanting, you know, desire for participation? Are people really out of the box now, or are you, or do you still notice there's more people who still crave isolation?
I would say people are out of the box now, especially the kids, right? Because I think kids were mostly affected during that COVID era. So now, I can speak for us at Reverend Wendell T. Foster. Once we opened back our doors, it has not been one day that our center has not been filled with kids. And I think that us having that family-oriented environment for them to be in, where they feel home, they feel accepted, and we feed them. So, you know, wherever there's food, the kids are. But we've had a lot of kids coming out, they're socializing, they're meeting new friends, they're creating new relationships, and they're just continuing to grow at our center in our organization. So I'm happy to see that.
Yeah. And Lisa, what comes in the future for you?
So we have a new program that we're building, and we will build with partners like SCAN and the other partners that we have throughout the city, where we are starting in September to have a mentorship program for the youth of New York City that introduces them to the outdoors of the city. We believe strongly that fresh air doesn't happen just at our camps in the summer when we take you there, but there's fresh air in every borough, right? Like in the Bronx, there's amazing parks, amazing outdoors, places you can enjoy, and it happens all year round. So that's our new program, and we'll be talking to Lisa about making sure we're recruiting kids through her program as well.
Yeah, and Lisa, for people who want to find out more about the program, your program, what do they do, and what's
they
available?
can find us at scanharbor.org. All our information is on the website, or just come by the Reverend Wendell Foster Recreation Center right next to Yankee Stadium. Just
There
not
it
on
is.
Yankee games.
All right. Well, I
We're
want to thank
open.
you both. Great opportunity. I know young people are taking advantage of it, and it's
Yes.
the power of partnership. But thank you both for coming and
Thank
being
you
with
so
us.
much.
Thank you for
for having
having
us.
us.
You
Appreciate
can't
it.
miss them. It's Lisa and Lisa here. We're just missing the Cult Jam. Here we go. All right, for more information, visit the website at freshair.org. And, of course, scanharbor.org. Don't go anywhere. Guess what? We got more open coming up right after this.